Are you tired of unexpected visitors pulling up to your house before you even have a chance to put your shoes on? Today, we are solving the problem once and for all by finding the ultimate driveway alarm to secure your property. In this video, I am going to break down the top 7 options available today. But I have to warn you, the product that claimed the #1 spot completely surprised me with a feature I didn't even know I needed until I tested it. 7. Fosmon WaveLink Door Chime. Right out of the box, the setup process was incredibly straightforward, acting more like a traditional wireless doorbell combined with a motion sensor. The receiver simply plugs into any standard wall outlet inside your home, while the battery-operated motion sensor can be mounted outside near your driveway or front door. During my testing, I found the motion sensor to be quite responsive when placed within close proximity to the receiver. It offers a variety of chime options, which is a nice touch if you want to customize the sound of your alerts rather than relying on a generic ding-dong. The LED indicator on the receiver is also quite bright, providing a good visual cue for times when you might have the house volume turned down. However, as I pushed this unit to perform as a true driveway alarm, the cracks quickly started to show in its overall capability. The manufacturer claims a decent working range, but I found that as soon as I introduced a few walls or a bit of distance, the signal dropped significantly. If your driveway is longer than a standard suburban layout, this alarm simply will not be able to transmit the alert back to your house reliably. Another major drawback I experienced during testing was its vulnerability to the elements. While it claims to be weather resistant, a few days of heavy rain resulted in some erratic behavior and phantom alerts that drove my family crazy. The sensor casing just doesn't feel rugged enough to withstand long-term exposure to harsh weather conditions. Ultimately, the Fosmon WaveLink works adequately if you're using it on a covered porch or a very short driveway in a mild climate. But if you need a heavy-duty, reliable security layer that can handle the outdoors and transmit over a meaningful distance, this unit is going to leave you disappointed. 6. Hosmart Driveway Alarm. The Hosmart system immediately feels more robust, featuring a receiver that can run on either a wall adapter or backup batteries, and a rugged-looking outdoor sensor. I like the fact that you can easily expand this system, adding multiple sensors to cover different zones of your property, which is exactly how I set it up around my front gate and side yard. In practice, the transmission range was much better than the Fosmon, successfully sending alerts through my front yard trees and into the living room without much signal degradation. The base station has a pleasant chime, and it allows you to assign different melodies to different sensors. This meant I knew exactly whether a car was coming down the driveway or if someone was walking up the side path, which is a fantastic feature for situational awareness. Despite these positives, my time testing the Hosmart was unfortunately marred by an annoying issue with false alarms. The passive infrared sensor is highly sensitive, which sounds great in theory, but in reality, it meant I was getting notified every time a large bird flew by, or a neighborhood cat crossed the driveway. You can adjust the angle, but I still found it incredibly difficult to find a sweet spot that ignored small animals while consistently catching vehicles. Furthermore, I was quite let down by the battery life of the outdoor sensors during my testing period. The sensors require 4 AA batteries, and because of the constant false triggering, I found myself having to replace them far sooner than the manufacturer's estimated lifespan. Climbing up a ladder to swap batteries in the cold is not something you want to be doing frequently with a security device. While the Hosmart driveway alarm offers decent range and excellent zone customization, the combination of hypersensitivity to wildlife and the resulting battery drain makes it hard to fully recommend. It does the job, but it demands more maintenance and patience than you should have to give to a modern alert system. 5. Htzsafe Driveway Alarm. The standout feature of this system is that the outdoor sensor is completely solar-powered, equipped with a built-in lithium-ion battery that charges during the day. During my weeks of testing, I never once had to take the sensor down to swap out batteries, even after a stretch of 3 cloudy, overcast days. The build quality of the Htzsafe sensor is highly impressive, featuring a durable, weather-resistant shell that easily brushed off heavy downpours and high winds. I mounted it on a wooden post about halfway down my driveway, and it effortlessly blended into the environment while maintaining a steadfast connection to the indoor receiver. The receiver itself is compact, plugs right into the wall, and offers a great selection of volume levels that can easily be heard from across the house. What really won me over with this unit was the reliable detection and the significant reduction in false alarms. The sensor uses a slightly narrower detection beam, which means as long as you aim it horizontally across your driveway, it completely ignores small animals scurrying on the ground. It flawlessly picked up every single car, delivery truck, and walking person that entered my property without crying wolf. The transmission range is also exceptional, easily handling the distance from my driveway gate to the back of the house with 0 drop signals. Htzsafe claims a very long wireless range, and while I didn't test it to its absolute maximum limit, it completely outperformed the standard requirements of my half-acre property. It gave me total confidence that the signal would push through exterior walls and interference. Overall, the Htzsafe driveway alarm is a brilliant, zero-maintenance solution for anyone who wants to set up their security and forget about it. The solar panel works flawlessly, the alerts are accurate, and it strikes a beautiful balance between high performance and everyday practicality. 4. YoLink LoRa Smart. Unlike the previous traditional radio frequency alarms, the YoLink utilizes LoRa, which stands for long range, a low-power wireless technology often used in industrial applications. Because of this, the range on this device is absolutely staggering. I was able to mount the sensor a quarter mile down the road through dense woods, and the signal reached the indoor hub instantly. To use this system, you do have to connect it to the YoLink Smart Hub, which plugs into your internet router. Once I had everything synced up via the smartphone app, a whole new world of features opened up that standard alarms just cannot offer. Instead of just hearing a chime in the house, I received instant push notifications on my phone and my smartwatch every time the driveway sensor was tripped, whether I was sitting on the couch or shopping at the grocery store. The hardware itself is very sleek and unassuming, running on standard batteries that are rated to last for years thanks to the low power draw of the LoRa protocol. I tested its detection accuracy extensively, and it was incredibly precise, picking up vehicles moving at varying speeds without a single miss. The app also allows you to view a history log, so you can see exactly what time motion was detected while you were asleep or away from home. Another amazing feature of the YoLink system is its integration with smart home assistants like Alexa. I set up a routine where my Echo devices would announce someone is in the driveway whenever the sensor was triggered, which felt like having a personalized digital butler. The level of customization you can achieve with the app is fantastic, allowing you to pause alerts during specific times of the day or adjust the notification settings. If you are a tech enthusiast or you have an exceptionally long driveway with heavy obstacles, the YoLink LoRa Smart is a phenomenal choice. It takes the standard driveway alert concept and elevates it into a fully connected, highly intelligent smart home integration that performs flawlessly. 3. Dakota Alert Driveway Alarm. This system takes a completely different approach to detection. Instead of using an infrared motion sensor, it relies on a heavy-duty rubber hose that lays across your driveway. When a vehicle drives over the hose, the displaced air triggers the transmitter box, which then sends a radio signal to the base station inside your house. I was incredibly eager to test this, and the results were nothing short of magnificent. Because it requires the physical weight of a vehicle compressing the hose, the false alarm rate is an absolute, undeniable 0. No deer, no stray dogs, no falling branches, and no heavy rain will ever trigger this alarm. It only alerts you when a car or truck is actually pulling into your property, making it the most reliable vehicle detector I have ever used. The build quality of the Dakota Alert is industrial grade, clearly designed to survive harsh winters, blistering summers, and the weight of heavy machinery. The transmitter box is completely weatherproof, and the wireless range pushing back to the house is legendary for its reliability. I placed it at the widest part of my driveway, and it effortlessly punched a strong signal through brick walls and metal siding. The indoor receiver is straightforward and professional, offering a clean, loud alert that is impossible to ignore. I also appreciated that the receiver has relay outputs, meaning you can wire it into other systems like external sirens, strobe lights, or even an existing home security panel. This level of professional expandability is a massive bonus for anyone looking to build a serious perimeter defense system. The Dakota Alert isn't designed to tell you if someone is walking up to your porch, but for its specific intended purpose of vehicle detection, it is unmatched. It is rugged, foolproof, and completely eliminates the anxiety of phantom alerts, making it an absolute powerhouse for rural homes, farms, or commercial properties. 2. eMACROS Solar Wireless Driveway Alarm. Taking everything great about solar-powered sensors and refining it, the eMACROS system features a highly efficient built-in solar panel that keeps the unit fully charged year-round. During my testing, I tried placing it in a partially shaded area under a tree, and it still gathered more than enough ambient light to keep the battery topped up indefinitely. The range on the eMACROS is truly exceptional, boasting a half-mile transmission capability that proved perfectly stable during my obstacle tests. I purposely put 2 concrete walls and a metal garage door between the sensor and the receiver, and the alert came through loud and clear every single time. The receiver itself is nicely designed, offering a wide array of chimes and a visual light indicator that flashes brightly when motion is detected. What sets the eMACROS apart from other infrared sensors is its sophisticated dual infrared technology. I tested this by running past it, driving past it, and even letting my dog wander around its field of view. The system was remarkably intelligent at filtering out the dog and focusing solely on the larger heat signatures of humans and vehicles, which resulted in a flawless week of accurate, meaningful notifications without a single false trigger. Installation was an absolute breeze, requiring just a few screws to mount the bracket, and the sensor easily snaps into place with a fully adjustable ball joint. It allows you to angle the beam perfectly parallel to the ground to catch tires and legs, maximizing its efficiency. The weatherproofing is also top tier. It sat out through a severe thunderstorm without skipping a beat or allowing a single drop of moisture inside the casing. The eMACROS Solar Wireless Alarm provides a near-perfect experience, offering massive range, zero battery anxiety, and brilliant false alarm filtering. It is incredibly easy to use, beautiful in its simplicity, and absolutely worthy of protecting your home's perimeter. 1. One-Boing Driveway Alarm. While it may not have the solar panels or smart app integration of some others, what it does have is an absolutely bulletproof design that just works exactly the way you want it to. From the moment I unboxed the One-Boing, it was clear that this system was designed with the end user's convenience as the absolute priority. The setup takes less than 2 minutes. You pop the batteries into the outdoor sensor, plug the receiver into the wall, and you are immediately protected. The transmission range is phenomenal, easily blasting through all the interference in my home and triggering the receiver the very millisecond motion was detected. There is no lag, no delay, and absolutely no guesswork. When someone crosses the path of a One-Boing sensor, you know about it instantly. During my rigorous testing, the One-Boing demonstrated the most accurate and consistent passive infrared detection out of every unit on this list. It caught fast-moving vehicles, slow-moving delivery trucks, and people walking at night with an unwavering precision. Best of all, by simply mounting it about 3 to 4 feet off the ground, it perfectly ignored every single small animal, providing a perfectly quiet environment until a real visitor arrived. The build quality is fantastic, featuring a thick, heavily sealed exterior that proved to be completely impervious to rain, snow, and extreme temperature shifts. Despite running on standard batteries, the power efficiency is so good that you won't have to think about changing them for well over a year. The indoor receiver has a beautifully crisp, loud chime with multiple volume settings, ensuring you can hear it whether you are in the kitchen or fast asleep upstairs. The One-Boing Driveway Alarm secures the #1 spot because it does the core job better than anything else on the market without overcomplicating the process. It is exceptionally reliable, incredibly affordable, and delivers a flawless, stress-free security experience that every single homeowner can benefit from.